Good day. This is Sam Calagione from Dogfish Head Craft Brewery, here with two of my great brewer friends who I'll let introduce themselves, and then we'll talk about how we got to know each other. Who's first here, gents? Beautiful hats.
Hello, I'm Brooks Coretta, head brewer here at Nomad Brewing in Sydney, Australia. And
I'm Leonardo Di Vincenzo from Birra Borgo, Italy, and Nomad Australia as well.
And today's collaboration is actually between Nomad, myself, and this wonderful magazine called Pallet. My great friends Nadia and Rick are here today. They're the publishers of Pallet. I'm the executive editor, and it's really a beer magazine for people who love to learn about creative worlds around beer while they're having beer. It's a magazine that you're supposed to be thinking while you're drinking, and we want some of the DNA of that approach into today's recipe. And maybe since you're on this side of the table, Leo, why don't you talk next about a bunch of the ingredients that will be going into this beer that we'll be naming later today.
Yeah, I think we decided to make a beer, dark beer, using different ingredients, using also a lot of different Aboriginal ingredients. Well, basically two.
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 but that's a lot.
That's a lot. And so then I think the two most interesting ingredients are the roasted wattle seed and the finger limes. Roasted wattle seed is a sort of a seed of this special plant, a special tree that is typical in Australia and was in general used like to make an hot infusion, like an hot beverage.
Kind of like a hot coffee,
Yeah,
but
hot coffee,
yeah.
like a chicory coffee or something like that.
Yeah.
And then we have finger limes. Finger lime is another native lime that's pretty funny. This is obviously the powder, not the entire fruit, but it's really interesting because that's a special character, a special citrusy. This is just a crossover between a traditional lime and some that could be a little bit more similar to tropical fruits, special fruits, and something like that.
So the tropical character of the finger limes will probably marry up really well with the native Australian hops that throws some tropical fruity character as well. Do you want to describe these hops?
Yeah. We focus a lot on Australian hop varieties here at Nomad. Today we're going to use two different ones. One is called Dick's Secret, which is I guess like it's the hardcore Australian hop. It has that really like that southern hemisphere hop. It has that really punchy, citrusy, stone fruit and tropical fruit flavors.
Smells like Giselle Bundchen, kind of.
Which part of us?
And also Melba, which is a new variety that I think they just started commercializing it this year. Same thing, very passion fruit, tropical fruit forward. A little more grassy and a little bit more traditional.
You're saying kind of more similar to Galaxy, which is probably a better known sister hop to that?
Exactly.
Yeah, neat.
But yeah, we try to use Australian hop varieties as much as we can here at Nomad, so it's really nice to use these two in this particular beer to see how it blends with all the other ingredients and ideas.
Yeah, and talk maybe about the base style a little bit of the beer.
Yeah, base style, it's a dark beer, as I said before, and we use some mesquite smoked malt. It's a suggestion from you. That's really interesting.
That's here. It's all that's left of it. You might see this massive
10 grains, so
pile here. 10 grains are left, but it's a mesquite. I brewed a beer with the NBA star Chris Bosch. Shouts to Chris Bosch on the Miami Heat. He's a big barbecue fan, and this mesquite has this really nice smoky, woodsy character that I think especially is going to play well off the wattle seed. And then the other grains, and is it true that inside balloons, inside your intestines, you brought over the yeast from Italy?
No, I put in a bottle.
Oh, it's in a bottle. It was in a bottle.
It was in a bottle.
Tell us about the
I did worse.
You've done worse.
I did worse.
Tell us about the special yeast you brought all the way.
That's we picked it up in a mountain area, below fruit trees in Borgo area. And so there are two different varieties that are really interesting because they give a special character to the beer. It's not like breath-like character, but it's much more like fruity, spicy, and they're really quite interesting.
So you kind of foraged for these yeast. These are sort of like free-range yeast, right?
It's related to Saccharomyces, but it's not necessarily one.
Right.
So it's different variety.
So it's a relative. It's kind of a hybrid from the worlds of wine and beer.
That's right.
Right?
It's an hybrid, and also was picked up on the fruit trees. The fruit was a sort of a wild plum tree, and so it was really interesting because it has a special fruity character, spicy, and very. It's not big in attenuation, but anyway, so we'll leave a little bit of sugar less in the beer, but will be very nice in terms of complexity in this man and the aroma.
Nice. And we intentionally are targeting somewhere around 8 or 9 ABV for this beer. It's obviously warm. I didn't really know. I didn't get the memo that down here in Australia it wasn't going to be summer, so I brought them these hats.
But anyway, that's okay.
It's a good look. But we wanted to bring. Oops, there's a question from the inner clouds.
Where will it be available and when?
Awesome question. When will it be available and when? The reason we're brewing it kind of strong is we intend to sell it both in Australia and in the United States. So we wanted it strong enough to make that journey with great health. Of course, alcohol is a great preservative, so stronger beers make the journey overseas in better shape usually. So it should be, we'll be designing the label collectively today. Nomad, myself, Pallet, and a bunch of friends that we invited today are going to do the brainstorming on the design. And I'm guessing it'll be ready to ship in a little over a month and a half, or what?
Yeah, yeah.
So we can just wear the special item the bottle's going to US. So when it will be summer, they will have the beer and the special item.
It'll be perfect timing for that, for their thinking caps.
Did we talk about?
No, we didn't. So obviously there's a lot of overlapping in geography and creative interests here. Pallet is published by my friends Nadia and Rick out of Australia. We're using a lot of Australian ingredients, but it's actually first home for Pallet is the United States, where my family's from and our brewery is from. So we wanted to use some of our American ingredients in this as well. So besides the mesquite barley, we're using maple crystal. So you don't usually see maple in this format, and it usually comes as a syrup where it's condensed from the sap that's in the trees. Where this is from about 45 minutes from our farm where I grew up in western Massachusetts. And this is from Vermont. Maple crystals is just another specialty. So I think this beer is going to be beautifully woodsy, but with a grassy character from the hops. Like woodsy and right, don't you think?
Yeah.
Let me try it. What do you think, Brooks? Describe
Woodsy,
them.
roasty, barbecuey, and citrusy as well.
Yeah.
Plus, I think we'll get a nice character from the strong hops.
Grassy.
I think it's a really nice combination of things.
Yeah, me too. All right, what didn't we cover, guys? Is there any
It's
other?
not the first time we do a crazy beer and
Together.
blend a lot of things together. It always turned out well, so I think this is going to be another winner.
I'm pretty excited for this brew, guys. Are you? I'm
Oh,
excited.
super excited.
All right, let's have a flat white and top. Oh, there's another recipe. No, there's not. Oh, now we're just saying goodbye. Goodbye, clouds.
Ciao.
Look for this beer. We'll be.